nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. Don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rains, no sleep. Every day I work my thumb. I don't get to take off. A hater get up. I'm ready like lift off. I never been nowhere, but I'm ready to stay gone. Nothing ever lasts long. I'm always beating the odds. Taking all these trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live. I don't know what these mad for. I just signed a deal and got a really big bag for it. Still at your mama crib and getting money, you gotta ask for it. Tired of complaining. I gotta change my situation. Looking at the view outside, I thought I would never make it. Every day they pay, but that don't stop the money making. If you want it, go and take it. Ain't no point in hesitating. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me.
As this crowd rolled into U.S. Bank Stadium, they were bundled up, jackets and scarves, downright cold outside on this November evening, but all good here inside as we welcome you to any other in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Minnesota Vikings. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Spots it throw. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play outside deep. Don't let him breathe, defense. It's three. Two. Watch the whip. Slam, slam, slam. Kill. There goes.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. A toss to Cook. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Let's go. 18 get it. I got you.
They go play action with Haskins. Looking outside, and he's got a man. That's Greer. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now Cook running right. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On play action, Haskins. He'll let this go for the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. In for the score as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now the extra point try forthcoming. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
That's the score. Vikings 7, Rams nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Rams take over first and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
On the double. Look at me. Go up. Go up. Bring your man back and go full strength. Check out. Check out. Be careful.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. A big run there by Gurley. Give him 42 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Here we go on 2nd and 12. They'll find Everett there, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 18.
70 Indians.
First down, Rams.
Hey, stand up.
Switch. Alert 3.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. But now it'll be 3rd down. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It's called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in there, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
And this one's not close. Not even close. Short and to the right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins going up top. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now it's Haskins. Over the middle, complete. It's Greer. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
You got nothing to win.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Right there, 56. Let's go, D. Shit. Ball trot.
Play action. Haskins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the lead moves to 10-zip. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. I'm talking about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Here's Gurley. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run. It's Gurley. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback. No. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And a big turnover there. As his guys will get the football back.
Interception. Come on, guys. We got this.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here's Haskins to throw. And he's able to find Diggs. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. Haskins now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a 1st down. Here's Haskins taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Vikings. Mecole Hardman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0.
Rams nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23. At the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
We know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Gone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun. Gone. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation. would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Now the ball comes loose, and this belongs to the Vikings. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. On those sneaks, Charles, so many arms, bodies in there. Tough to protect it. You see it there.
And you and I both know that behind closed doors, coaches just call that careless. You know you're going into a mass of bodies and they're going to be reaching for the football, and you're taught just to get low, protect the ball, and just drive forward and get what little yardage you need. In this case, let the ball get away from his body. It got knocked free.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They go play action now. Haskins hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Vikings send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Goff now to throw. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Goff now 4 of 6 since taking over, and he's got a first down. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Tiger. 198. Watch 98.
Throwing again is gone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Goff on 1st down. Going for it all. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Gerald Everett, his third touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Haskins now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Haskins will throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing on 2nd and long. Haskins taking a deep shot here for Hardman. It's caught at the 10. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this one is right through. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's 2nd and inches.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
2 for 1, 2 for 1.
From the gun, here's Goff. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Here we go on fourth. Gone. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a first down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Goff now looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. On second and 10, Goff. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. Now Goff. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a third and long. Goff now looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And that is going to be no good. He pushed it wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss two in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Going deep for Diggs, and that's caught inside the 35. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 48 yards. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big game.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10. They go play action with Haskins. And he comes back with one complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check 56. You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
Again, it's Cook. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Haskins, complete. Smith has it. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Hey, Haywood.
Now it's gone. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Now a 1st down throw. Gone. He's able to find Wallace. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams 1st down.
6-6, pull it high.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To the air again, Goff. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Goff throwing again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because
pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
Watch the edge.
Play action. Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. The Vikings on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Here's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now Haskins to throw it. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Haskins going to try to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Greer. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. It's complete to Diggs, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Rams take over 1st and 10. Let's go. Their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on. Get it done.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Looking to throw, Haskins. Going deep for Diggs. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Greer. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Check 50, check 50.
Haskins now off the bootleg. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points from me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
forward.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Minnesota, a loss would have really hurt. As it stands, they finished the first half at 3-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for L.A., the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend. Sweet, this sugar, one man on me with big deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn out the clay. Do what you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry cold is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead. Trying, this ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or a bed. Do what you can to do, make it next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry cold is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, way before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry cold is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, let's go. That first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See that pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, this way, way before the deal.
We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons. And ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking. No.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Miami Dolphins. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
At the 35-yard line.
56 to Mike. 56.
2nd and 10. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going to try and throw. And it's complete. Henry. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll set up a throw. He's going to look deep now for Landry. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Haskins will throw into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
All day, dog. Check 99.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Ready. 70 ending. Exit.
Back to throw. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. Breaks through the contact. It's a big play there for Miami. 51 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They'll set up to throw. And caught by Henry. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. Buying time to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
He'll drop to throw. This is caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
50 seconds to Mike. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak. Got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 30. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 46 yards on the ground.
First down, Redskins.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point good by Hopkins. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll look to throw here. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Johnson was the intended receiver.
Well, when he feels the pressure, naturally he likes going to his left, as most left-handed quarterbacks do. But this time he tries to let this go on the run, and it's going to wind up getting intercepted.
The pass there over the middle to start things out. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. These two teams all tied after 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. And the Redskin first down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. From midfield now, Haskins looking for his running back, and he's got him. 7 yards on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
From the gun, Haskins on third down, and he finds McLaurin. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 33.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here's Haskins to throw. And he'll find Hall. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Second and goal from inside the 5. Here's Haskins. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage.
Now we got third and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. They'll run here on third and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. A great effort there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Hopkins with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season.
36.
They're going to look to throw. Going deep here for Landry. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. The Dolphins on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Hey. Mike 56. Mike 56. All day, just like that. Just like that. Showing it.
Looking to throw. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. The 20. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off and coaches go, two hands still works.
I know, but they go for them so often now that I'm almost starting to take them for granted.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Because these are sensational type plays.
Especially that one with a defender right there. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. The Dolphins on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is third and goal.
Hey, alert 3. Check 9. Shift. Leo.
Back to throw here. Being chased out left. Got a man, it's Landry for the Dolphins touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we've got a tie game here, a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That good for 19 and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving him a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Hey, check. Check 52, come on.
From the gun, it's Haskins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Mark Andrews with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's going to air one out. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. Going up top for Kupp. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Final play of the half, it's Haskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Redskins who have the lead here. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
17 yards that time at a Washington first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Haskins. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. Yeah, they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Haskins. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Hopkins with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And, you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
They're running it. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Shit, shit. Shit. Check 3, check 3. Heavy. 56 to Mike.
They'll drop the throw. And that will be incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
This is taken at the 18. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Now Haskins. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Mark Andrews, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And the throw here caught by Devontae Parker. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll find Parker again, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Haskins will throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
At the 47-yard line.
Wide, get wide. Switch. Motion. Reset.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now Haskins on first down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 17 yards that time, and a Washington first.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Redskins.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Haskins looking to throw on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Looking to throw, Haskins. And he'll find Hall. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Set, ready. Get ready.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Hopkins with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 1. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And it's It's complete. Henry. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. They'll set up to throw, and caught by Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down in Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Freeman. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
2nd and 9 now. Left side, it's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 21. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag route.
And this is caught. Well, they get 1 back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Redskins. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check 3. Slant.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now on 2nd and 16. Haskins nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
That's our own 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They'll look to throw here. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll look to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Haskins going to try to throw it. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Switch. Huh? 64. Do we? Take 4. Chance.
From midfield now, Haskins. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched and I better get set in. Finish him. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum all. In the hammer, so I'm better killing them all. Road run, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. What state brought you looking bleak now? I was home to sleep designer sheets now. 30 different missions when I speak to listen. Couldn't find the social fishing. Ooh, the crew, it wasn't you. I know it's true cause you look like the opposition. Run it up. Greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
chills. My